From the 8 billion people in the world, 13% of adolescent girls and young women give birth before age 18, said the UNICEF in an article of early childbearing in 2022. Sex education is an essential element for teenagers' well-being. Therefore, the state should require all schools to provide comprehensive sex education for all the students. What is CSE? Comprehensive sex education is an approach that recognizes and accepts all people as sexual beings and is concerned with more than just the prevention of diseases or pregnancy. All schools should teach comprehensive sex education instead of abstinence-only education, so that it provides students with the knowledge and skills to make informed decisions about their sexual health. A study by Columbia Mailman School of Public Health titled "The Abstinence-Only Education is a Failure" states how abstinence-only education violates adolescents' human rights, withholds medically accurate information, stigmatizes or excludes many youth, reinforces gender stereotypes, and undermines public health programs. These are ideas we should not encourage our future generations. In contrast, the idea of comprehensive sex education programs have favorable effects on adolescents' behavior. They present data that proves young people have a right to sex education. It gives them the information and skills they need to stay safe and to stay healthy. What this evidence is trying to show us is abstinence-only programs and policies are ineffective in reducing sexual risk behaviors. So now that we know what comprehensive sex education is, requiring all schools to provide comprehensive sex education is essential for reducing teenage pregnancy rates. A study done by the NYU on how programs about comprehensive sex ed lead to declining teenage birth rates states that after implementing sex education programs and talks, these rates started to react. They also said that over time the rates declined further. This can be due to the greater number of teens receiving the programming and coinciding with years in which they became more sexually active. So the decline may not to be immediate, but with time and knowledge, a decrease in teenage pregnancies will be shown. This is trying to prove how if we talk and acknowledge about safe sex ed, it can help you from making unmindful decisions that you may regret afterwards. Not only the lack of sex education can lead to pregnancy, but also teenagers' lack of knowledge about safe sex increases the risk of young people making unmindful decisions that would drastically impact their health. A research made by PubMed measuring the global burden of disease and epidemiological transitions confirms that HIV and AIDS is now the third leading cause of disease burden worldwide. Risky sexual behaviors in adolescents, like unprotected intercourse and multiple sexual partners, can place young people at risk of HIV infections and sexually transmitted infections. With this, we can say that knowing about this topic is essential for living a secure life and knowing what can happen if we don't take the right procedures. Even though many points are made, many people are against comprehensive sex education or just the topic in general. Many think that giving comprehensive sex education encourages teenagers to have sexual relationships. People have the idea that telling kids how to have safe sex is comparable to opening a door for them to have sex. This is followed by ideas such as how they are too young to be taught or too sensitive and intimate topics to be shared at school. Others think it's better for them to be taught to just abstain from sexual relationships. However, this is not completely true. Teenagers will have sexual relationships. It's something many try to stop but still can't. Prohibiting them from sex will make them curious about what it is and try it out. Instead of fighting the young audience, they should be taught on how to do it safely. This will make them acknowledge what could happen if done. It's not telling them to not do it. Comprehensive sex education is trying to tell teenagers to be careful in their decisions. If they don't learn it the easy way, they will have to learn it the hard way, suffering the consequences. To add this all up, the need for comprehensive sex education becomes apparent when considering the significant global statistics on early childbearing and the impact of sexual health knowledge on adolescents' well-being. With 13% of adolescent girls and young women giving birth before the age of 18, it is clear that the access to comprehensive sex education is crucial in addressing these issues. This goes beyond the focus of abstinence-only education. This is about recognizing individuals as sexual beings and equipping them with the knowledge and skills to make informed decisions about their sexual health.